Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your. Another important decision for the Lakers makes it clear that Rob Pelinka wants to build a super team. After many rumors that LeBron James would request a trade, it was officially announced today that LeBron James will remain with the Lakers this season and will decide in July 2026 whether to retire or play another season, either with the Lakers or another team. But for now, the news is official, LeBron James will remain with the Lakers for another season, hoping to win another championship. His last title was in 2020. LeBron James is returning to the Los Angeles Lakers for the 2025-26 season after exercising his $52.6 million player option, making him the first NBA player in history to play a 23rd season. Even after opting in, speculation has swirled throughout the offseason that James may not finish his career in LA, especially as the franchise pivots toward Luka Doncic as its long-term cornerstone. Prior to the Lakers adding new pieces and locking in Doncic through 2028, James' longtime agent and CEO of Clutch Sports Rich Paul made clear that future moves for his client will depend on whether the roster still gives him a realistic chance to win another championship. Per ESPN's Shams Charania, Paul noted that James would always put himself in the best position to compete, which reignited speculation about a possible departure. Rich Paul comments on LeBron James' future. Amid growing speculation, Paul appears to have put these rumors to bed for good. During a recent appearance on the Title Show Live, Paul was asked to confirm if James was leaving the Lakers. However, Paul made it clear there's no trade coming. No. The man has a no-trade clause, end of story. It's up to him if he wants to get traded, Paul said. In the event, when a player has a no-trade clause and a team wants to trade the player, that player has the ability to say no. That last part is key, because this is in fact James' decision. As Paul made clear, his client has decided against a trade out of Los Angeles. Prior to Paul's update, rumors linked James to teams like the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, and even New York Knicks. But his latest comments appear to shut the door on those talks. Paul's remarks also back up what ESPN's Dave McMenamin previously reported: neither James nor the Lakers have discussed a trade, and there have been no meaningful conversations about a potential move. What's next for LeBron James and the Lakers? As it stands, James is locked in with the Lakers for the upcoming season and retains full control of his future. With Luka Doncic recently signing a 3-year, $165 million extension through 2028, the Lakers are building their next era, but they're doing it with James still in the fold. The team also signed Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, signaling they're serious about contending now. Without a doubt, James' run in LA has been historic. He led the franchise to its 17th title in 2020, passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and has made multiple All-NBA teams during his Lakers tenure. And with Doncic emerging as the new face of the team, the two stars are set to share the floor for at least one more season. What happens after that will be up to James. He'll hit free agency in 2026, and with his no-trade clause intact, his future will remain on his terms. Luka Doncic has already revealed the impact Marcus Smart will have on Lakers. Luka Doncic is already praising Marcus Smart's defense, and what he can teach him about it. The Los Angeles Lakers have seemingly learned from their mistakes during the 2024 NBA offseason. A year after failing to sign a single new player, Los Angeles has already brought in 3 new contributors on guaranteed deals: DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart. Lakers franchise player Luka Doncic wasted no time in explaining the value that Smart will bring to the roster with comments that should have fans intrigued. Smart, 31, has struggled to stay healthy over the past 2 seasons, appearing in just 54 games between 2023-24 and 2024-25. His influence in games is matched by what he provides in the locker room and on the practice court, however, and Doncic is already acknowledging said truth. During a recent Lakers press conference, Doncic was asked if his improved fitness and conditioning will help him defensively. His response was enlightening. "I think way better. Obviously, we've got Marcus Smart, so he's going to teach me some things. But obviously that's going to help a lot. It was a quick comment that could have easily been glossed over, but Doncic's praise of Smart as a defender is noteworthy. Luka Doncic is ready to learn from Marcus Smart on defense. No hyperbole is necessary when stating that Smart is one of the best defenders of his generation. Selected at number 6 overall in the 2014 NBA Draft, he's spent the past 11 seasons making his mark as a versatile and downright overwhelming defensive presence. That's translated to Smart winning the 2022 Defensive Player of the Year award and securing 3 All-Defense selections, and a case can be made that he should have more on his resume. One of the primary reasons Smart has earned such a prolific reputation as a defender is his uncanny ability to guard up. Despite standing at 6 feet 3.25 inches without shoes, he utilizes every ounce of his powerful 220-pound frame and every centimeter of his 6 feet 9.25 inches wingspan to act as a disruptive force. Alongside his unrivaled determination, Smart has an advanced understanding of positioning and footwork on defense, which has thus allowed him to spend time defending every position on the court. It's fair to question if he can still perform at that level individually in 2025-26. He's missed 110 games over the past 2 seasons, due in no small part to the physically demanding style of play that's contributed to his success over the years. What Smart can provide the Lakers, whether healthy or otherwise, however, is perspective and intelligence, and Doncic appears ready to learn from him. Few players know how to play the angles better than Smart, which will be an essential new skill for Doncic. The All-NBA mainstay admittedly averaged a career-best 1.8 steals per game in 2024-25, but he must still improve his discipline and efficacy as an on-ball and off-ball defender. Thankfully, Doncic has already identified a teammate who can push him to improve, especially now that he's in the best shape of his career. When Luka Doncic first made his plans with the LA Lakers clear to Rob Pelinka and JJ Redick, they knew his intentions. After a lot of anticipation, Luka Doncic finally extended his contract with the LA Lakers, signing a 3-year $165 million deal. The 17-time champions acquired Luka Doncic by trading Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks in a move that is considered one of the most shocking in recent times. While it was tough for him to move away from the city that had been his home for 7 years, Doncic adapted well to life in LA. The team crashed out in the first round of the playoffs, but there was excitement surrounding his future with the team. Doncic was determined to sign an extension from the start. Doncic put an end to all talks of him potentially having second thoughts with the Lakers by signing an extension. He even worked on his conditioning throughout the offseason to prepare himself for the LA Lakers. In a recent article on ESPN, Dave McMenamin revealed what Doncic told JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka while discussing the extension. He said, "I don't want to wait. I had a taste of the finals. I am getting back there. So let's do whatever we can now." Right after the season, Doncic was seen with Pelinka and Redick to talk about his future with the team. He expressed how determined he was to continue with the Lakers and even discussed things like picks and assets the team had. "Luka Doncic is pushing to win now. I don't want to wait. I got a taste of the finals. I'm getting back." Doncic thinks the Lakers are championship ready. Doncic was a big part of all the Lakers' moves in the offseason as they planned to build the roster according to his needs. The 5-time All-Star recruited former Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart to the Lakers after he was waived by the Washington Wizards. He has also received a lot of praise for his work in the offseason, with Tim Legler also stating that Doncic could be an MVP contender next season. In his press conference, the former Mavericks player shared what it was like for him in the offseason. "It was like a fresh start for me. I had a little more time to get my mind off basketball, just doing other things," Doncic added. He also revealed what he felt about the roster and his hopes for next season. Doncic said, "I think we have a great team, we have whatever we need to compete for the championship." With LeBron James also fully committed for the season, the Lakers are certainly heading into the season as one of the teams to watch. They have somewhat addressed their problems in the center position, but with the extension of their star player now complete, they could be in the market for a few more additions. LeBron, LUKA's new 16 ppg 7-footer could be key to winning championship. The Los Angeles Lakers had quite the offseason this year, with some strong additions to strengthen their depth and maximize their chances at a championship. As LeBron James ages and Luka Doncic continues his prime, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka capitalized this offseason, trying to put the best pieces around his stars. One acquisition, in particular, stacks up as this offseason's best. The former number 1 overall pick, a 7-foot center who has averaged a double-double over his career. That would be DeAndre Ayton, whom the Lakers were able to sign to a 2-year $16 million contract after his buyout with the Portland Trail Blazers. He spent his last 2 seasons in Oregon, where he was part of a suffering Blazers team, which featured Ayton having his lowest field goal percentage since his sophomore campaign. He did, however, thrive in his 5 years in Phoenix, which was highlighted by their championship run in 2021 when they fell to the Milwaukee Bucks. Throughout his career, he has shot 59%, which is considered efficient from the inside, and has averaged over 10 rebounds every year of his career, establishing himself as a true center. Much like Brook Lopez and Al Horford did, Ayton seems to be trying to expand his game midway through his career beyond the three-point line. Although he only took 0.8 three-pointers per game, he now has the confidence to be shooting threes more often. Doncic and James often have the ball in their hands, and sharing it with Austin Reeves means there won't be much time for Ayton to create for himself. Lucky for him, the back-to-the-basket archetype hasn't been very useful the past decade. His role with the Lakers should be screen setting for ball handlers and making timely cuts. He should also focus on putting himself in the right positions to score and rebound like he knows how to. Lakers' biggest offseason addition was not who fans think. Don't overlook him. The Los Angeles Lakers' biggest move of the offseason was extending Luka Doncic. It became their priority after they traded for him at the beginning of February. Doncic wasn't their biggest offseason addition, though. That title might belong to Jake LaRavia. Los Angeles signed LaRavia to a 2-year, $12 million contract, using some of the mid-level exception that was available after Dorian Finney-Smith left for Houston. LaRavia doesn't have the reputation that Finney-Smith has, but he's the kind of wing that the Lakers needed. It's a bonus that he costs a fraction of the price of Finney-Smith. Dan Woik of The Athletic reported that LaRavia was the first player the Lakers called, subscription required, when the free agency negotiation period began. Woik said that LaRavia was drawn to the Lakers' brand and Redick's detailed vision for how he'd like to use the young wing. LaRavia will undoubtedly be one of Redick's favorites. Sam Vecenie said on the Game Theory podcast that he thinks LaRavia will eventually assume a starting role. Vecenie believes Redick will appreciate what the wing will bring to LA on both ends of the floor. Jake LaRavia has chance to thrive with Lakers under JJ Redick. LaRavia might not be the big-name free agent that Lakers fans are used to, but he has the potential to develop into the kind of player that Redick feels comfortable turning to. If Vecenie's prediction of LaRavia will start turns out to be true, that will happen sooner rather than later. Don't forget that he's only 23, too. The forward has struggled to find consistency in his first 3 seasons in the NBA, which led to his being traded to Sacramento before the February deadline. His best season came in 2023-24 when he averaged a career-high 10.8 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per game, shooting 38.9% from the field and 34% from 3. That was only in 35 games, though, 6 starts. He played a combined 66 games this past season for the Grizzlies and the Kings, shooting 42.3% from deep. Redick and the Lakers believe they can unlock a version of LaRavia that the NBA hasn't seen yet. It's too much to expect him to turn into a true 3-and-D threat overnight, but that's the kind of player he can turn into in Los Angeles. Signing LaRavia was a low-cost, high-reward move for the Lakers. Who knows? Maybe his deal will look like an underpay in retrospect. Rob Pelinka's latest comments show why no one, except Luka, is safe from trade rumors. The Los Angeles Lakers are Luka Doncic's team now. He has signed a 3-year extension and has indicated that he plans to stay a Laker for a long time. The Lakers are now doing everything in their power to build the best possible team around Luka to keep their star happy and contending for championships. The Lakers' free agent signings were the first sign of this. They listened to Luka's wishes and landed him 2 key role players that should fit in well with his playing style. Lakers president of basketball operations Rob Pelinka finally spoke out about the Lakers' free agency moves in a recent press conference. And then being able to add Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago, I think a chip on his shoulder to be back at that level and put the league on notice. I think having players like that surrounding both Luka and LeBron, guys who can defend multiple positions, is really important. We like the upgrades we were able to make to the roster. But by no means are we going to be satisfied. I think every year, we're on an infinite cycle to try to improve this team and win championships, and we'll stay committed to that work. Pelinka is making it clear, he likes where the Lakers are right now, but he won't hesitate to make major changes if necessary. No player, except Luka, is safe on the Lakers roster. The second Luka isn't satisfied, or the front office sees a better opportunity, they won't hesitate to make a trade. While this might not be what some of the Lakers' role players want to hear, it is a necessary reality. The Lakers are Luka's team now, and if you aren't going to help Luka win a championship, you're getting shown the door. Strength. Luka Doncic believes the Lakers can win a title with what they have now, and has placed the burden of winning on his own shoulders. When the Los Angeles Lakers acquired Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, the primary conversation inevitably became about talent. Doncic has already won a scoring title and secured 5 All-NBA first-team nods, and hasn't even entered what's traditionally defined as an athletic prime. The characteristic that will make or break his tenure was on firm display after the superstar signed a 3-year contract extension, however, as Doncic provided early insight into his leadership qualities. Doncic, 26, has experienced resounding success for a player who's still 4 years south of 30. He led Dallas to the NBA Finals in 2024 and Western Conference Finals in 2022, and has already established a reputation as a top-tier postseason performer. The question, however, is whether or not Los Angeles has given him enough help to build upon that success. During a recent press conference, Doncic stated his belief that the Lakers are ready to compete for a championship as soon as the 2025-26 season. Honestly, I think we have a great team. We have what we need to compete for the championship. I'll try to win every game no matter what, and we got some new great guys on the team, so you know we're going to go for it. Many have stated their belief that Los Angeles isn't yet ready to contend, but Doncic's comments sing a different tune, and could be instrumental to the team's success. Luka Doncic believes the Lakers are ready to compete for a title. Los Angeles went through the 2024 offseason without making a single roster addition via free agency. Its lone attempts at upgrading its rotation were made via the NBA draft, when it selected Dalton Knecht and Bronny James. In 2025, however, Rob Pelinka has made several key additions that Doncic seems to believe have enabled the 50-win Lakers to take the next step. Los Angeles traded up to select captivating two-way prospect Adou Thiero at the 2025 NBA Draft. It then added former number 1 pick DeAndre Ayton to improve the depth at center and 2022 Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart to help shore up the team's on- and off-ball efforts on defense. The Lakers also added a promising 3-and-D wing in Jake LaRavia, whose 2024-25 averages translated to 12.2 points, 6.9 rebounds, 2.4 offensive boards, 4.2 assists, 1.7 steals, and 1.6 three-point field goals made per 36 minutes on .475/.423/.678 shooting. Furthermore, Jared Vanderbilt has finally entered an offseason with a relatively clean bill of health. That's created inevitable intrigue in regard to his ability to return to the borderline all-defense level of play that helped him secure a 4-year, $48 million contract with the Lakers. If Ayton, LaRavia, Smart, and Vanderbilt live up to a fair percentage of their respective and collective potential, then the Lakers could conceivably improve upon a 50-win effort. There's also something to be said for Doncic establishing chemistry with his teammates during training camp and off-season settings. He was blindsided by a trade to the Lakers in February and was immediately asked to produce a championship without the opportunity to build a rapport with a new cast of coaches and players. Thankfully, DONCIC is already providing positive reinforcement to his teammates for a 50-win effort in 2024-25 and the front office for retooling on the fly. It's a promising sign that he can thrive as a leader.